The only product that can be sold without person behind is very, very serious necessities. Bread you can sell without a story behind it. Okay, we just want bread. You see. You're recording. Are you recording? Good. Okay, fantastic. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. All right, we're going to do a bit more business today. Just also do a quick Q&A, just run through a few questions, toward business. All right. They build roads so that you buy cars. All right. They create jobs so you pay taxes. All right. So that's why like we gotta increase the employment rate. Why? So that you pay taxes. Right? And we need more people to open companies, so more jobs are created. More jobs are created, more taxes. More people are employed, more managers, more taxes. Company gets bigger, it needs to hire another company. Another company needs to open up, new employees, more taxes. All right. So let's do some questions. Bongi.
Yes. I have an interesting question because I want to talk about securing clients, right? Because I understand there's other entrepreneurs as well that may have started recently. There's other entrepreneurs that are looking to get clients, but maybe a bit difficult, right? Because you're competing with other people that are like big names out there. So how do I, as a business, secure a client, or secure a contract or whatever it is, while competing with a company that's bigger than me, because I know and understand that people, they spending out so much money in advertising. They spend so much money in sending emails, but that in most cases it doesn't work. And I think some people can attest to what I'm saying. But yeah, so how do you secure a client with big corporates?
So this is a big company, this is a small company, right? And what generally happens is when something is a bit bigger, it's harder for it to move. Something that's fat, it's harder for it to move than something that is fit, right? So you've got an advantage that big corporates don't have, that you're very flexible, right? A corporate is not just going to move store. Corporate is going to have to stay where it is, right? You have an advantage that you can actually bend over, try change something. Corporate changing something big means a lot of things need to go up, all the way up the chain to the top for the change to be implemented. You can make a change today, tomorrow it's made. You get what I'm saying? They need to go send it to HR, they need to send it to admin, they need to send it this for the decision to be made. You are smaller, that's your biggest advantage to become big. So there are a few things that, you need to sell, which is you need to sell, personality, right? People are not dealing with companies, they're dealing with other people and companies, right? There's one thing that I notice a lot with all my clients, right? A simple thing like, have a great day. This is what they say to me. I respond and say, have a better day, right? Simple things like that, they laugh, right? Like, yeah, wow, we'll have a better day, right? And I've had clients say, you're a bit more expensive, but we like the way that you work. We like the way that you engage with us. We like the way that you talk with us. It's not just business. You're just here. I just want to make my buck and I want to go, right? Those are people you're dealing with, right? So you need to sell person, not just the business. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Right now, we've got KFC. We know the person, Colonel Sanders, right? If Apple, Steve Jobs. If this, those people. That's what was sold, not just the product, not just the only product that can be sold without person behind is very, very serious necessities. Bread you can sell without a story behind it. Okay, we just want bread. You see. So you're trying to get clients, you need to engage with your clients, talk to them, hear their journey, hear where they're coming from, right? Be inspired by their story, love their story, right? and show them how you fit in that story. So don't focus on just say sending emails, right? Rather try have meetings where you talk to them and get to know them and they get to know you. Emails are not very personal. You talk to someone, you can see, I think he doesn't like that. Let me change it. Email is already written, you can't change it. Anything else that's coming that you won't like, you can't stop that. You see. So it's a very, very broad question, but there are a few things that, we'll cover as we go on. Lerato.
Yeah, the one question that I have, it may be broad also, but I hope you can try to. What's the most important thing that I need to understand when I think of having a company? Like that it's sort of an advice when I start to put my mind on business, right? What can you tell me? It's the most important thing that I need to really, really grasp.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to think the biggest number was 100. And at some point, I found out that there was actually a bit more. Right? It's very hard to say what's the biggest, what's the most important, because what you think is the most important today, tomorrow is not the most important. You think marketing is important today, tomorrow you think, actually, if I speak to clients and get to know them very well, I don't really market. I actually don't remember when we last put up an ad for my business, but we've been running for years and making things work, So what I initially thought was, I had a market, I had to put up Facebook posts, I gotta put this up. That's what I used to think was important. So what I think is important now, what I think is the most important now, trust me, next year I think it won't be. So if I tell you what's the most important thing now, I'll deceive you. Because that's what you always think is the most important thing, and you won't let anything grow beyond that. So what's just important is stay around a lot of people who have a very strong mindset in business, and your standards for it will keep changing. When you see make a change, see her making a change, you'll be able to learn to change based on what you saw them doing or whatever it is. Talent.
Right.
Answered.
Interesting.
Good.
Okay.
Very broad question, so broad answer too. Yeah.
So I think I also have a broad question, but if you can give me like tips, So the question that I usually also get is about startup businesses. So when you're starting a business and you don't have experience, it's very hard to know, like, am I even doing the right thing? So when you start a business, you start with an idea, and then you get to the part where you get clients and things like that. But now, how do you know what is the markup, can I say margin or something like that, for you to say that this is actually a good idea? Do I measure through clients? Because I don't know if I'm gonna even get to 100 clients in a day. How do you measure? Is there a formula about that? Like, is this a good idea?
Good question. The thing about good ideas is, not all things that are good ideas are what make it. There's some things that are very terrible ideas that make a lot of money, right? And at the end of the day, what the customer wants is what really matters. There's some really stupid things. You look at Gucci selling something and you look at the clothes and you're like, wow, I can't buy that for $10,000. I can rather buy a car, and it looks very stupid, but there are people buying that, So they understand their market, their kind of people, and they define something based off of that kind of thing. So you can either be a person who reads a client, a customer, and see their behavior and develop a product around them, around their problems, or create a problem for your, or create a problem that doesn't exist and solve it, like a lot of companies actually do. Or be the kind of person who comes with product and tries to teach people product so that they accept product, which takes a little bit longer, right? It's the same question. You can actually send a proposal to a customer who doesn't need it. They don't even need it. They only need that service in a year. So they're going to say no to you. Or in a year's time, they're going to send out an RFP and say, we need a proposal for this project. And some guy who started his company yesterday will send a proposal and they're like, yes, we want you. You've been running for a year, longer than that guy. They pick him, you see. So It's another very broad question,
Yeah.
right? But there are those kind of things, right? So you can either be somebody who develops product based on the people, or be somebody who develops products and gives it to the people, which takes a bit longer, you know. You can actually die before people accept your product, and it later be accepted later on. But what's important is what you know has been rejected. Don't try make it be reaccepted. And want it to be implemented immediately. All right, like the phones have buttons, right? You can make a new phone and put buttons and say, here's the new thing, but buttons, and nobody even goes to that. So ask yourself why other phones don't have buttons before you want to put buttons on there, right? But then there are certain anomalies, fashion, they can bring up things from the 60s and people actually want that, type of thing. So it's very, very broad. It changes with the industry, changes depending on what you're doing. So what we're going to do is when we're doing other questions, future questions, try base it on your business. So we answer it based on your business, because the reason why they sound very broad is because you're asking for everybody, ask for yourself. All right?